Hello. I am very excited. I have literally, as of maybe a minute ago, discovered the existence of this game. I might just have to pick it up, although this month has already been kind of insane with, well, I say this month, what I really mean is September was insane for the amount of games coming out and dropping like constantly. But this is, what is it? How do I pronounce that even? Psilosybil? Psilosybil, I'm gonna go with. It makes sense. I believe the main character is a mushroom, but this game really interests me. Instantly grabbed me because I believe we have on our in our midst a Crash Bandicoot like. So hold on. Once upon a time, mushroom kind lived in peace and harmony. Sybil and her boyfriend Peter lived in a quaint apartment, spending their days on infuriatingly difficult video games. There it is, Ossuret.
Oh, you're gonna have to collect the 16.
What was it?
16 babies?
Or something like. I'm trying to remember the Simpsons reference.
Go and collect the 16 crystal babies.
Not on my watch, mate. Rent could have been better. Meanwhile, from the highest tower of his fortress, the great wizard, Lord Nutmeg, communed with an ancient evil. The magic hat offered visions of a far greater potential in the little shroom people than they let on. It envisioned a weapon of unspeakable occult power harnessing the magical mycotic matrix of mushrooms. The king of all hogs commanded his minions to subjugate all mushroom kind and to take as many prisoners as possible. I really like the illustration work going on here. There's some really fun stuff going on here. Escaped by a hare and alone in the burbs, Sybil was on the lam. Her hope dwindled, but she hatched a plan. She'd defeat Lord Nutmeg, disarm the mushroom bomb, free all her fellow shrooms, and finally take Peter on a long overdue vacation. Damn, this is like so much my jam in so many ways. But yes, look at it. Look at it. It's... Yo, I am so happy. I've been waiting for anyone to make a game like this. I grew up with Crash Bandicoot. It's one of my favorite games, possibly of all time. I think Crash 2 is maybe like on my top 10 list. I love it. I love everything about this right now. Oh, that does hurt me. I was wondering, is that an obstacle? Is that a hazard? We got a little bit of like there's a bit of forgiveness in the timing of your attacks, which is nice. We don't have a double jump, although we do have the flip. I was wondering, like, do we have the flip? We do have the flip, and we have you're kind of wumpa fruit. Listen, the influences are being worn on the sleeve, so I hope that if the devs ever see this, you don't forgive me making the very obvious comparison. But I'm very excited about this because I feel like Crash Bandicoot, it's got a troubled history, in my opinion. Like, I know we got Crash 4, It's About Time, but it really did not resonate for me personally. Something about it just felt, I don't know, forced. I also really gotta say, I did not like the Insane trilogy. I was definitely one of the, haters of the Insane trilogy. I thought that the hit detection, or I should say the hit boxes for Crash, were just not it. They were really, really not it. And like truly hated them. And that was really disappointing for me. Oh wow, that was not good. It was really disappointing for me because I do think that Crash Bandicoot is a great trilogy. I think that the second one is like one of the best platformers maybe ever. I know that's a high bar, but I really do like it. And yes, some of it's clouded in nostalgia, but I think it holds up. It's a hard game to find comparisons because there aren't really a lot of games like Crash Bandicoot. I mean, it's a platformer, but I mean, it's got stuff like areas like this where you're kind of moving as I guess the genre has. We've got a loose genre definition is like linear platformer, something like that. It's a weird one. Yeah, I didn't get all the boxes, unfortunately. Wait, is this the end? Oh, I could have kept going. You only died thrice. Okay. Ah, yes. And I mean, we've got like vertex coloring, which is very true to the original Crash Bandicoot. We've got a lot of things that feel very intrinsic to the qualities that made Crash so unique, and still to this day feel like there isn't much like it. It's not a Mario. It's not a, you know, like. Oh yeah, this is true to the original Crash as well. The kind of different difficulty zones and branching paths. It's sort of like if you were asked to find another game like Sonic. There's actually quite a lot of indie games that are trying to match the cadence and you know, I don't know how to put it, but like style of Sonic. Not a lot of games are trying to match the cadence of Crash. It's something very specific. So I'm very happy about this game. This is wonderful that someone is like really, I guess, like finding, you know, they're trying to match it. I guess I can't go through here. Can I? Oh, I can jump over that. Okay. Now you might be wondering what in the world are you doing? This is something that would happen in Crash, is that you'd have these branching paths, but you'd also have to go back through those branching paths if you wanted to get all the collectibles. Looks like you can. There's a little tiny bit of forgiveness in jumping on those wires. I am just playing the demo right now, by the way. So what is over here? Oh. Oh shoot. So none of that counted, actually. I have now died thrice. Yeah, this game is challenging. This is not gonna resonate with everyone, I gotta say. And you know, it's resonating with me. I feel like this is 100% capturing the spirit that is intended. But like, I know that there are haters on Crash. I kind of get it. I don't agree, but you know, I love Crash. What can I tell? What can I say? I've heard you know, things like, oh, it's janky. It's not janky. It's actually like high precision platforming. You just you need to find the flow. Can I like kill this dude, or is he just something to be avoided? Like the reason I hated, and I rarely use that word. I rarely hate something. But I really did hate the Insane trilogy because I knew that was it. That was the last the last chance that Crash was gonna get for atonement, I guess, or like redemption. We hadn't had a good Crash game in a long time. There was a couple of sequels after the third Crash on the PS1. I really didn't like any of them. I know that there are people who really enjoyed some of them, like what was it called, in Twinsanity. I have not played Twinsanity, so I can't really say one way or another if that one is good. But yeah, I played. I can't remember. Was it like Cortex Returns or something like that? And I was not about it. Did not enjoy that one. Found it really frustrating. I am like really struggling with this part. I'm trying hard, but I am not succeeding. Hold on. Trying to get the collectibles as well, although there's almost no point when you know you're not going to get all of them. Now, yeah, I just need to wait for this guy. There we go. See, yeah, I didn't get them all. I got one. Listen, what did the sushi say to the bee? I don't know. What did the sushi say to the bee? Do I only get to hear at the end of the joke if I got all the mushrooms? You died 6 times. I'm assuming that there are extra rewards for not dying ever. All right, I was wondering if maybe there's going to be a couple gimmick levels. Crash 1 was mostly a fairly like hardcore. Oh, I see. Those are platforms. Hardcore platformer. Excuse me. Oh, I see. I'm only supposed to jump on those when they're not lit. Okay. Crash 1 was like very much a strictly speaking hardcore precision platformer. There was very few gimmicks in it. There were, however, a couple of gimmicks in it. Mostly, you know, the ones that come to my mind are the hog stages. I see we've got our crates here. Those are the namesake of Crash in a lot of ways. Those are iconic. Yeah, there were a couple like hog stages where you like, you know, had to ride the hog in Crash 1. But at their heart, those were still kind of like platformy stages. Oh God, the timing is tight on that one. Jesus. Crash 2, I would say there were a few more gimmicks, but again, mostly it was a platform heavy game. Crash 3, it almost loses me. I know that, again, they're like diehard fans of Crash 3. I get it, I understand, but I really personally think that there are too many gimmick stages. There's like too many racing stages and stages where you're flying a plane, and just like a lot of not platforming, or, you know, really doing the things that I feel like make Crash Bandicoot Crash Bandicoot. I'm really like going hard on my. This is my chance. You have to appreciate that I'm not really gonna get too many chances to talk about Crash Bandicoot, because there really isn't a lot of Crash Bandicoot left in the world. I appreciated what Crash 4 was trying to do. I just didn't. I don't know. I felt like it was trying too hard to make use of Crash's movement tech. Was really where I was at about it. I know that sounds weird, but like Crash really obtained quite a bit of movement tech over. I really want to try and do this properly. A lot of movement tech over the years, including like the slide, there's a extra kind of air jump. Okay, I'm just gonna die. And I like that, but I think that it should be used sparingly, in my opinion. Oh, there is no reason to go that far. It should be something that the player can make use of, but not necessarily always required to complete a level. And I think that what I didn't like about Crash 4 was that it really insisted on using all of that movement tech almost all of the time, and it kind of exhausted me. Is that a valid criticism of the game? Probably not. I'm sure another person would say, well, yeah, I mean, it's just like, all I'm hearing is get good. To which I would say, I can not enjoy a thing that's, for reasons other than I wasn't good at it, and I could have absolutely played through Crash 4. It just didn't really resonate with me. Ooh, I'm dying a lot here. This game is difficult. That's a good thing. I like that. I appreciate that. I also really appreciate just how simple this is so far. Like, it's not trying to do anything too complicated. Oh, definitely. Whoops. Yeah, I didn't really mean to jump there. I am really appreciating the hitbox for this character. It's a lot more true to the original Crash than the Insane trilogy. You can hear a lot of people talking about this, but the thing that was very unfaithful about the Insane trilogy versus, oh god, that's a lot, versus the original Crash trilogy, was that they changed the hitbox for Crash from like a rectangle to a pill. And I really don't know why. And I keep hoping, praying even, like that one day someone will release a mod that just fixes that, and then the Insane Trilogy will be very playable. A very, very playable experience. I will even maybe enjoy it again, and I can play Crash with like modern graphics, because the graphics were pretty good. I am really, really not doing well at this part. Moving down in Crash games is quite difficult because it's hard to see like where you're going. I did not mean to do that, actually. I was trying to jump with a bit of height and then land on the cube instead of like immediately shattering it. I am struggling. I am struggling a little bit. Yeah, I'm 100% not trying to shatter it immediately. That is now starting to frustrate me, I gotta say. So I think maybe I'm gonna stop trying to jump right next to it. Maybe I shouldn't try to land on the next cube immediately. Instead, I'll just like try and land on the platform. Yeah, it's probably a bit safer, huh? Oh! Hey, how am I supposed to get those exactly? Do I just go back? How do I get these? Okay. Okay. I still didn't get all the mushrooms, so there's really not much point in me trying to do that. You know what I am missing from this game right now? I'm missing bonus stages. The bonus stages in Crash were really good. They were a nice little pace breaker. You know, you go and do a bonus. You do them almost exclusively to try and break all the crates, which is kind of what the Wumpa-ish fruit is accomplishing right now. You really think a bunch of piglets can take me? I'll let them win. I let them win, of course. I'm the king of these caves, doll. And the nice thing about the bonus stages is that there were no stakes. I died 7 times. I don't like knowing that, actually. Okay, so these are skins. No, those aren't skins necessarily. But there are different skins. I can use these different skins. Battleotl. Wow, they're just gonna let me use that? I don't have to earn it at all? Wild. I wonder what the time trial accomplishes. Like what it gives you. We've got, wait, is this the one I just did? Feel like this is the one I just did. Is this the end of the demo? Yeah. Inquire for the full edition of the game. How much game is there, do you think? This seems like a nice chunk of game. Obviously, scope is limited, but that seems like a nice chunk of game. And then I'd hope that there are a couple extra secrets, and a few extra things to do and collect so that you can like maybe get an extra secret ending. That was something I really enjoyed about Crash 1 and 2. I think those really kind of make Crash stand out. This is good. Is it great? I don't know. I like it. There are things about it that I'm gonna have to adjust to, so that's fine. I mean, I'm not looking for necessarily the next Crash Bandicoot game. I think that it should stand on its own. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing in just like this first little bit, maybe a very slight gimmick that like makes it stand out a bit, like I don't know, a glide or something, some kind of platforming or movement tech that makes this character stand out. Why are they a mushroom? What can I do as a mushroom person that makes me or differentiates me from Crash? Maybe those kind of things are available in the full game. I'd like to find out about those. Maybe, you know what, let me just visit the store page. Maybe it lists some kind of feature that I'm not going to be able to, is not represented here. Fast paced old school gameplay, but with modern responsive controls. Supports most gamepads natively. I can attest to that. Trivial to learn, much hidden and additional content. There we go. That's good to know that. Large, charming. No, yeah, I don't know. I think it's actually just a very traditional platformer, no gimmicks. For better or for worse, you're either going to appreciate that or you're not. I would have liked to have seen maybe one gimmick just to elevate it slightly, but I also kind of respect that they kept it very much down to earth. So this is Psilosybil. Psilosybil. I think that is how I say that. I like this a lot. I think I'll have to pick it up maybe when it hits a 10% or something, or when my funds recoup from the last month. But I really appreciate that anyone tried to make a Crash like. I would love to see more of these. I also really appreciate, by the way, that it's really true to the look of the PS1, like the vertex coloring, the kind of like lack of anti-aliasing. It honestly could go even harder, but this is still really good. And like also the kind of warping textures is feels very true to the whole thing. This is great. I love all of this, and I'm very excited to play more of this. And I'd like to track the developer and see what they do in the future, because this is great. So I guess there's 25 levels, 21 shrooms to save, gold skulls. I suppose you get those from time trials. Anyway, if you enjoyed this and my short rant about Crash Bandicoot, definitely hit the like button, consider subscribing for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.